This video is brought to you by the Deck of Many and their Big Bad Booklet series, and by the Roll for Combat Actual Play podcast and their Three Ring Adventure series, and by Steamforged Games and their Epic Encounters Lair of the Red Dragon. Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin, or at least our transitional home here as we're getting ready to move into our new house. Today I have a special premium figure for you. This is Mengkare, Great Wyrm Gold Dragon from the Pathfinder Battles line Darklands Rising. Many thanks to WizKids for sending it to us to review with you. I've been itching to get my hands on some metallic dragons for a while now, so I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Mengkare. Whereas chromatic dragons are all arrogant and mean and temperamental and just destructive, they can also be just a little bit one note. Players pretty much know what to expect when they come across a chromatic dragon. But Mengkare here, well, he's got a history and is pretty sketch. I won't be able to cover his whole story because it's really a lot. But if you want to learn more about him, you can pick up the first book in the Age of Ashes Adventure Path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition called Hell Knight Hill. It has just an entire chapter devoted to Mengkare here. And if you are playing Age of Ashes, you may want to mute me while I'm kind of going over the lore of this figure because it will be spoilery, but I'll try to keep it, a little bit light as possible with the spoilers. But anyway, for now, let's go ahead, open up Mengkare and take a closer look. Mengkare was hatched in 3469 AR, 1252 years ago. He led a relatively normal life for a gold dragon for the first 200 years of his life, studying philosophy, magic, and good dragonology with his parents and his fancy tutors, but then he and his parents were mentally dominated by an evil cleric using the Orb of Gold Dragon kind. We've all been there. Mengkare was forced to commit terrible atrocities until he was finally banished to Axis, which is a lawful neutral plane of existence where the ideas of good and evil are irrelevant in favor of strict law and order. Here, Mengkare's own alignment shifted from good to neutral, and he began to think of ways to make his own Axis-like utopia based on the ideas of racial and spiritual perfection. And if many lives had to be sacrificed for the greater good, then so be it. You can read his chapter in Hell Knight Hill to learn about his various experiments back on Golarion and how these attempts contribute to the overall Age of Ashes adventure path. You can also learn more about him and his utopian society of Hermia in the Lost Omens World Guide. All you need to experience Mengkare's utopia is to hand over your own free will to his eugenics program. And you need to not be disabled in any way and be able to contribute to society in a way that meets his standards. You can see how he makes for a particularly interesting adversary. Ancient gold dragons have a level 20 stat block in Bestiary 1, and Mengkare himself has a level 23 stat block in the 6th book of the Age of Ashes adventure path called Broken Promises. The mini itself is over 10 inches or 25 centimeters tall and comes on a gargantuan 4-inch by 4-inch base, which is the correct size according to his stat block. He comes perched on a bit of terrain, giving him a pretty unique pose. When compared to some of our other recent adult dragons from the Icons of the Realms D&D line, he fits right in, really. In D&D, an ancient gold dragon is also considered a gargantuan creature, and the new line of WizKids D&D dragons has also been scaled up in size, which is why he's the same size as our younger adult dragons here. Here you can see him next to the Pathfinder Adult Red and Black Dragons from the City of Lost Omens set. The Pathfinder dragons are using a size scaling that's smaller, but in line with their stat blocks. Mengkare is a beautiful, highly detailed mini. Let me know what you think of him in the comments section down below. Mengkare is available for pre-order now and should be releasing in March 2021 for an MSRP of $89.99. So he's a bit more expensive than our D&D adult dragons, which have been going for $69.99. As always, be sure to check with your local gaming store or your online retailers of choice, as you can often find these guys a little bit cheaper there. But bigger metallic dragons are hard to come by, and I'm really happy to see this one. It's honestly making me consider running the Age of Ashes adventure path because Mengkare is a really interesting character. I'm still debating what my next campaign is going to be. I'm thinking about doing one Pathfinder campaign and one one D&D adventure at the same time with different groups. And I'm open to recommendations down below. I want to welcome our new sponsor, by the way, for this video. Steamforged Games make some of my favorite RPG products. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know how much a fan I am of their Epic Encounter series. Each Epic Encounter box comes with everything you need to craft some amazing adventures with your gaming group. You get great unpainted minis, high-quality reusable maps, and an adventure and rulebook to bring it all together using the 5e rules that you probably already know. If you're in the mood for dragon adventures, check out Epic Encounters Lair of the Red Dragon, available now. You get an awesome Red Dragon mini, and the book teaches you how to run a suitably epic and cinematic encounter with a Red Dragon. You'll learn techniques that you can use in all your future boss battles. You can check out our full review of Epic Encounters Lair of the Red Dragon by clicking that eye in the corner of the screen or in the video description down below. And you can learn more and get your own box today at steamforged.com. And we'll have 2 new Epic Encounter reviews for you here at the Gallant Goblin in February. Next, we want to thank our friends at the Roll for Combat Actual Play podcast. They're officially sponsored by Paizo and offer a number of high-quality Pathfinder and Starfinder adventures to listen to. They're my go-to escapism these days. If you want to listen to an awesome role-play and character-heavy adventure, check out their Three Ring Adventure series based on the Extinction Curse adventure path. And if you want to hear an adventure that's fast-paced with a very interesting underlying mystery, check out their Agents of Edgewatch adventure. In the next week or two, I'll be reviewing some of the last few books in the Agents of Edgewatch adventure, and we're going to be chatting with a member of the Roll for Combat team about their experiences playing the adventure, so be on the lookout for that here very soon. Until then, you can listen for yourself on your podcasting app of choice or over at rollforcombat.com. And of course, we have our original sponsor still with us here as we enter year 3 of the Gallant Goblin, our friends at Hit Point Press, or as we used to know them, the Deck of Many. If you're always on the lookout for a fun one-off adventure to run with your gaming group, either as a side quest in your ongoing campaign or maybe as a way to test out the dynamics of a new group, check out their Big Bad Booklet series. Each monthly book gives you a fun and thematic adventure to run with everything you need: stat blocks, story hooks, role-playing guides, mysteries to solve, new layers and minions, magical items, and more. This month, come meet Vellai-Axal, an ancient, writhing sea monster devoted to the thrill of the hunt. Will you stop this eldritch being or be lured into the depths? Learn more and subscribe like we do today at bigbadbooklet.com. And finally, I want to take a moment to congratulate one of our viewers, Mary from Jacksonville, who finished up chemo in December and is now cancer-free. Kelly and I are both very proud of you. Join me in celebrating her victory in the comment section down below. And thank you for watching today. As you can see, we've started this video in an Airbnb and we're finishing it up here in our new house. I had to wait to get here to get my hands on the other big dragon minis to give you all those comparison shots. But now we're about 80% settled in and I can get back to regular production mode. I laid out the videos I want to make for you over the next month, and there's so much exciting stuff to share with you. Please subscribe if you want to see it all. If you enjoyed the video today, you can help me out by clicking that thumbs up button down below and giving some love to our sponsors. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section down below or find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I hope you're doing well and having a good 2021 so far. For now, though, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.